everybody, it's me, Susan Blackwell, and today I am side by side one of my favorite Broadway action figures, star of NBC's Smash, and
right.
a 2012 Tony Award winner for Peter and the Starcatcher. Look, everybody, it's Christian Borle.
Hi.
Good morning.
Can I get all up in yours?
You can if you want.
Thanks.
How you doing?
Great.
Christian,
Talk to me.
Tell the folks at home where we are today.
We are at Midtown Comics on the southwest corner of 40th and 7th, which is my nerd mecca. I come here every Wednesday for the new comic books.
This is your jam. This is your regular hang.
I love it here.
Yeah.
I really do.
What are your comics? What are your books? What's your poll?
I'm kind of I am a mainstream kind of guy, so I like your traditional Spider-Man and and your X-Men and the Batmans. Yeah. So not so much weirdly like not an indie man.
Not crazy.
No.
Esoteric.
I like the superheroes and the costumes and the punching.
When did you get into comics?
It was actually 6th grade at a sleepover party, Rob Slifkin's basement.
Rob Slifkin is wonderful.
So many things happened that night. But someone introduced me to an issue of G.I. Joe. And I collected G.I. Joe, the toys, for all growing up. But then here, all of a sudden, was a comic book version of it. And I was completely drawn into it, and then I never looked back. And then I expanded out, and it just never stopped. Actually, they're perfect for when I'm on the set of NBC's Smash.
What? Holla.
I can have them tucked in my little, you know how they have chairs with your names on them?
Yeah. You have one of those.
I do, it's fun.
That's great.
My mother was really excited to see it. Anyway, I stick my comics in the little pouch there. I call it the comics pouch. Nobody else does. But that's what I keep in there.
I wish they would embroider that on the side.
Comics pouch? Mm-hmm. It's not too late.
Christian's comics pouch. Trademark. Wink. You know, people write in questions on the Twitter and the Facebook.
Right.
And our friend...
That's social media?
Social media.
Very popular.
Media. Popular, but you're not on the social media.
I am not.
Good for you, you little Luddite. You probably get more shit done.
Hashtag scares the crap out of me.
Hashtag you're right to be scared.
All of it, my goodness.
Our mutual friend Boko Suzuki wrote in, does Christian Borle still do the disappearing chin trick, and can he do it now?
Well, I think it's literally happening. This shot is, I have no choice. Yeah, there it is.
Well, you went by so fast.
Did
you
it go?
get a good shot of that?
that's so early.
You're on a television program now. A program.
Happily.
NBC Smash.
I love it so much. I really do.
What's it? Who do you play?
I play Tom Levitt. He's a composer of Broadway musicals and a piano player.
But when you were cast in that role, you were not a piano player.
I'm still not a piano player.
How are you doing it?
Here's the trick. They put a piano in front of me, yes, and they mute it for everyone's sake.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't, and it's really bad. And then I just kind of, I do it so like my fingers look like they're touching the keys, and then I kind of do this with my shoulders.
Jeremy Jordan is on your show now.
Oh my God, I just swooned a little bit.
You did?
The name alone.
Jeremy Jordan.
Oh.
I've got the vapors. I saw the preview of your show, and it looks like he is playing the piano.
I think he plays the piano a little bit more than I do.
A little bit more?
He's
Anybody plays the piano a little bit more than you do.
Yeah. This is heavenly to me.
This is, if you're a comic nerd, I actually am from way back. You are, clearly. Mm-hmm. This is like a crazy dream, where you get to be in the comic shop when the comic shop isn't open.
Yeah.
And you just get to rub yourself on the stacks.
Yep.
Like that.
Elegantly.
I think I've had, isn't it?
It's not so early after all.
Graceful. You played the role of Emmett in Legally Blonde.
2 M's, 2 T's.
Okay.
And a whole lot of corduroy in between. What?
You told me a funny story about, at the first reading, a lady came up to Jerry Mitchell. Tell me that story.
This is one of my faves.
I do enjoy it.
Jerry Mitchell came to me when he came to see Spamalot and said, I want you to be in the Legally Blonde reading. And I thought, great. And I thought he wanted me to play the guy in the movie that Elle helps, who's kind of like that guy.
Special needs.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so when I found out that he wanted me to play Emmett, I was very flattered and I was excited. So we did a couple readings, and then we did the big reading at Playwrights Horizons, in front of people, investors, and chairs and things. And afterwards, Jerry Mitchell came up to me and he said, now, keep in mind, I love Jerry Mitchell, and this is my favorite Jerry Mitchell story. He said, so one of the producers came up to me, their one note was, your Emmett isn't handsome enough, to which I thought, oh, that's great. And he said, and I told her, that's the point.
And we were like, thank you. You got any of these statuettes in your house?
I almost buckled and got the Dark Knight Returns statuette, but I didn't. I can't, and I like the Bane one too.
I think
but
this is a slippery slope for you right
here. It is. It's really, it's tricky. It's really tricky. I'm drawn to them, you see.
You must get a lot of, I remember being invited to some sort of birthday shenanigan or something for you, and you were like, don't give me any, I don't need a Star Wars spatula.
Yeah.
I don't need the Death Star tea bowl. I don't need any of it. But
well, people,
please.
I mean, here's what you need to know about shopping for nerds. If they want it, they have it already. And if they don't want it, then they wouldn't have gotten it.
I just got you that.
I want that.
This is working out great.
Exception that proves the rule, Susan Blackwell.
I have a lot of questions from fans.
Can I drink coffee while we do it?
Drink up. Product placement. Sophie asks, dream guest star boyfriend for Tom on Smash?
Daniel Day-Lewis. Next.
Abby wants to know if you ran your own country, what would
A-B-B-E-Y?
A-B-I.
What? What?
What a curveball. If you ran your own country, what would, well,
really, ABI?
ABI. If you ran your own country,
pass.
What would the national anthem be? And sing it now.
Abby. Pass.
Dusty wants to know, which Broadway star would you want as your partner on Password?
You.
That's the right answer. The password is bullshit. Becca wants to know.
And then what would you do with it? If it was bullshit, then what would you do?
I'd be like, cow poop.
Bullshit. Done.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Let me ask it differently. Which Star Wars character would you most want to have sex with? Because you know you've thought about it.
What happened, by the way, to you
spank book?
Saying that you were going to show up here dressed as Slave Leia? What happened to that? It's not something you just toss out.
That's how I lured you into this interview.
What a f***ing rip-off.
So that's your answer, right?
Yes.
Slave Leia. Spank book.
Between Slave Leia and some random Wookiee, I'm going to go with Slave Leia.
This has been another exciting episode of Side by Side by Susan Blackwell with our pal Christian Borle. I wish you
my pleasure.
Best with your television
It's been hard to focus because just out of the line of sight, there's Batman things and Doctor Who things, Lord of the Rings things, and Ultron, and look at all those T-shirts that just beg to be worn.
Do you know what will get you to focus? Yes. Good morning.
Thank you. I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't know when. God, that can be said for so many things.
Did you know that was going to happen?
Oh, for the love of...
Oh, well, Wet Willie in both years?
Oh, damn.
Oh, grow up.